Welcome everyone, this is Shadow Drake, and we're going to continue with Stationeers. So now that I have successfully left Europa with my 1 million credits, time for the next thing. So, the thing that I was going to do is a space map with the New World. Now, the thing with the asteroid belt though is that unfortunately, the space map for that is Europa's space map. And I'm not all cool about that, so I decided I might as well create my own space map for that, because I don't really like Europa's space map to be the one for this one. In particularly because Europa's space map, you have volatiles and oxygen split away from each other, water with your oxygen. And the thing with the asteroid belt, you need fuel. You need a steady source of fuel. And so the problem with that is you only have let me just show. You only have a literal liquid oxygen tank and liquid volatiles tank. And if you recall, I had mentioned that with this, it takes almost 3 times as much liquid volatiles per liquid oxygen to have a stable fuel mix. So 750 liters of liquid volatiles plus 2, and you can only realistically use about 250 liters of this oxygen tank for your first rocket. And you're more than likely going to consume this on your first trip. So what that means is on your first rocket trip, you have to get enough volatiles and oxygen to fuel your further rocket trips. But then we have this issue that we're given liquid fuel. So you can use a liquid engine for your first rocket, but then you have to have the ability to cool down liquid volatiles to keep using this for your next rocket. And that's going to be very hard because right now the asteroid map is very buggy. As in, it sometimes doesn't even generate rocks for you to mine at all. You could literally be in deep space. And so what that leaves you with is exactly however much is inside your ingots. 500 iron, 400 copper, 200 gold, 300 silicon, 500 steel, another 500 steel, 100 invar, electrum, constant, and solder. That's enough to get you started, but that's not really enough for you to get your entire gas capture, sorting, and cooling infrastructure out in space and power. That's going to be the big thing. And so you could probably make the Europa map work. Maybe if you would go for water, mine a ridiculous amount of water. Maybe go get yourself a little bit of extra copper and gold. And you might have the ability to make what you need and to rebuild your next rockets. But that's kind of a problem. It really makes it extremely difficult. The challenging is definitely challenging. And since I like to play in Stationeer's difficulty, that's really, really bad. Because you don't get a lander. Not a lander. You don't get a drop pod. You only get a lander. Because let's just be serious. Let me just pull a Vulcan and see if that does. Yeah, your lander capsule has a water bottle bag. It has 4 water bottles, plus your cereal bar bag of 6 cereal bars. So you're really limited on water because the asteroid belt only really has I think it's hydroponics. Nope, not hydroponics. It is going to be survival supplies. Yeah, you have 2 cereal bar boxes, which is good, and a water bottle package, which only has 4 of them. So you have your 5 water bottles, the one that you start out with, plus your package. And that's it. It's extremely tough start. You almost have to go for water ASAP. And as soon as you go for water, well, if your rocket's low on fuel, you can't do anything and you're basically just dead. So you can easily soft lock yourself in space. So yeah, with that in mind, I decided to create my own space map for it. Particularly so that you have a very linear progression at the start, in the sense that you can go out and get resources, either mine fuel or water for your subsequent rocket trips, and be close enough that your starting liquid volatiles and extra liquid oxygen should be more than enough for you to at least set up some basic infrastructure to then resume with the rocket trips. And so that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to go for here, stationary difficulty, because yes. And we're just going to call you Lost in Asteroids. Yes, I was going to do Lost in Space, but I decided against it. And so, yeah, let's see what our map provides. Oh, right, there's also zero gravity whatsoever. Oh, look, I get a rock. Oh, look, I get another rock. And another. Whoa, this is the most asteroidy I have. Let's see, silicon, ice. Okay, so I am constantly in zero gravity, which means that I need to find the construction supplies. I need the frames. I need the walls. I need these walls. You can go right here. And iron sheets. Okay. So, for the start, if I can expand out to 0 and 180, this is going to be an awkward way, then I'll be able to set myself up for... Oh, that's a pain. It's always a pain. That's never in a good spot. Can I... Nope, that's not going to work. It did work. Okay. So, first, we're going to start off with... I'm going to build a 3x4 right here. I'm going to go ahead and double weld it. This is going to be my storage floor. I don't want this lander. And honestly, the biggest mistake you can do right off the bat is wrench anything off your lander. Or grind it down. Because as soon as you do that, literally everything rotates away from you and you're basically screwed. And we don't need to be screwed in space. Alright, so we got that. Now the reason I want the iron walls is because I'm going to use them. Right now I'm going to use windows. I'm going to tear this all away. But I want the windows so that I have the ability to enter easily. And the thing about the space map is there is zero gravity. So you are perpetually using your, whatchamacallit? Jetpack. That's the name, jetpack. And so because you're constantly using the jetpack, you're going to be constantly using nitrogen. And there is gravity. And that's also a problem. Did I miss a spot? No, I did not miss. What the... Where's my duct tape? Okay. That's, holy. So that happened. I was not expecting that. Oh, shit. It's coming from the guy who plays Phasmophobia, and then that happened. So that wasted some air of my suit. Alright. Before I go, let me check to see what I got here. I'm gonna do a quick mining trip. If I can find oxide, I'm gonna get those. Unfortunately, there's just nitrice. I don't need nitrice. There's silicon. The ore distribution is kind of weird. Ooh, there's water. So I'm gonna get water. So right off the bat, I don't need to be worried about water right off because of this start. There's some volatiles. I'm gonna need that. Gold is very helpful. Volatiles is just gonna be for a furnace. I don't need a lot. I got some gold and, oh, copper. Perfect. I'm not really going to mine all of this. I'm just going to mine some. It's just going to be helpful. And get some silicon too. I can't believe I got pop scared. Alright, so that's what that is like. What is that one over there? If I can get oxide, that would be great. Is that cobalt? Let's seriously just look at what an asteroid belt that has cobalt. Not like I'm gonna use it. Or water ice. Water ice is helpful. Remember that I said that you're gonna run out of water very quickly, and this is very weird how it just does this. There's nitrice, there's a little bit of copper, more copper over there. I'm really wasting time. I should not be wasting this time with this mining trip, because I do need to set up. But I know from the start, you have very little. The amount of copper, gold, and iron you get is not really sufficient. It's just barely sufficient. I'm honestly looking for the basic resources. All this iron is good. And you know, the weird thing about this asteroid start is sometimes these asteroids are here, and then they just get deleted on a restart. Like if I were to save game and leave, chances are these asteroids will be dead. So what I'm going to do is essentially, this is gonna be my start. I'm gonna ungrind all of those and basically make a completely different wall. And I am wasting a lot of time right now flying around. I'm actually surprised at this. I'm gonna get the gold. Gold is helpful. Did I get coal? I kind of would like the coal. The coal will kickstart my ability to have power. I got silver. I don't really care about that. Volatiles. There's... Oh, okay. So the reason I want coal is the first things that we're gonna do is try to stabilize our power, and we definitely need to get plenty of power, plenty of resources and stuff. Coal very rapidly will charge our station batteries, but charging 2 rocket batteries, a rocket battery takes about as much power as a station battery. You know, the small ones, which is very expensive power-wise. The extra coal would be extremely helpful for getting started. Okay, so alright, so now that we got this, I gotta start. I'm going to reclaim these. This is gonna remove that. I don't want to make these out of windows. I'm taking a lot of time. Oh, there's coal over there. I didn't even see that. Okay. I'm going to do this. Let's see. So I'm going to put walls. I'm going to go ahead and get the ceiling up. I'm going to put a window right here. I think I'll leave this window right here. And leave that window right there too. The reason I'm leaving some windows is so that I can kind of see what's going on that side. I can take a peek and use that as a marker for how I'm going to expand. Oh, Lord. No, 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 no. Get back that way. Okay, fine. I need to get my window back over here. Playing. Perfect. Ah, that's why they went like that. Okay, so now that all my stuff is here, I need to get plenty of stuff here. Please don't kill me again. I'm gonna go ahead and seal this area. Not that, though. After all, I do need a breathable environment. That's the first thing I'm going to try to work towards. So I need to have, what I'm planning is having a workstation right here. And it's going to also be another 3x4 with an airlock. This is going to be really awkward. And I need essentially solar panels right there. So let's go ahead and get my sheets for this. I have enough, but I don't want to needlessly waste my resources. This is kind of the hard part of this. This 3x4 area is going to be my workshop. I don't know that it needs to be that large though. Let me fill this up and check just in case. Let me check, because where's the production? Production. Is it survival supplies? No, it's not that one. Hydroponics, rocket manufacturing, that's ingots. Autolife, there we go. So, okay, probably not. So if I do put one here, the other here, and do basically a stacking. Okay, so 3x3 is fine then. Okay, so let me find the airlock. I'm gonna need these walls. Is the airlock supplies, doors. So this helps. Let's do glass door. Let's just do glass doors. Now let's encase the whole thing. I'd like the windows to peek around, so I'm gonna make windows right there, so I can see my production. Right there. Everywhere else is going to be just frames. Alright. Good. I really hope I have enough. Oh, my miner is on. Okay. let's set up the auto lathe. If I set up right here, that would do it. Cable coils. I need the plastic sheets. Okay, I need one iron sheet. Yeah, this is... oh, I completely forgot the wall right there, too. Wow. Set those up right there. Let's get the power. So I'm gonna need power for sure. I had the portable generator. That'll be fine. I need to print out a couple more sheets, so let's put you there. My airlock for that right there. I'm already thirsty. Not a good sign. Let's get doors. Okay. It's... oh boy, this is going to be a mess. This is... there we go. Let's get my iron ingots. Let's add a little bit more. Honestly, I need to get the copper, gold, silicon. I need to print out all my printers. First, though, iron sheets. Okay, I believe that's everything. Now, let's get electronics printer out. We need this ASAP. And while that's happening, let's get more stuff set up. So I need my airlock, I need the solar panel, I'm gonna need you. Yeah. I might actually make a door for over there. Solar panel, I need the glass sheets. I might actually have to take a drink in the vacuum. I don't like to do that as much, but sometimes you just can't avoid it. There. It's gonna start generating power for me. Let's go ahead and get my doors set up.
Power low.
Yep, that's what I was afraid of too. Close are you? Almost done. Where's my frame? I need a frame. What did I do with all my frames? Those are walls. Tell you what, I don't have much time to finagle with you, so I gotta... The reason why is I want to get the station battery going kind of as quickly as I can. Okay, I need steel. So, station battery. Oops, it's called battery. Now, where are my frames? I know I had frames. What did I do with them? Oh, yeah, and I brought myself this, so let's get those there. Supplies. Where are my frames? Let's just put stuff in some form of a neat and tidy method. But I need you. You. What did I do with them? There's no way I ran out of frames. Did I run out of frames? May have. I may have used all of them. In that case, this is going to be my frame for stuff. Okay. I really don't want to be suffering lots of damage. So...
Pressure critical. Oxygen
yeah,
critical.
that'll stop it for now. Okay. Solar panels. I'm gonna need 2 of you. So let's go on ahead and get you set up. I completely forgot I need to build some steel sheets.
Hydration critical.
Yeah. Now the reason I want the solar panels, and I need 2 of them exactly. Oh, because I have some coal. I can use the coal generator. I need 2 solar panels, heavy cables, and a coal generator. Let's see. This is kind of where things get a little bit tricky if I didn't have any spare frames. I need heavy cables. I'm just going to charge up coal so that way I have power. I need to eventually close off this area, but I need to make the Atmo and the tool printer. And this is kind of the annoyance with that. So, for this, best thing for me to do is to have my 2 solar panels. These are going to eventually be used for that fun stuff. Coal generator, you're gonna be... Oh boy. This is gonna be tight. As close as I can put it. That's still not enough cables. Okay. First, let's get the heavy generator. Okay, this is going to need to be moved. Hate that everything just flies away. I'm just gonna have to stick you over here. It's not a great place for you, but I'll be honest, I kind of need to get power situated to a degree. And that's still not a good spot. Because I need to get a line of heavy cables down to this solar panel. Come on. Alright, that's enough of that. I need to print the other 2. Okay. Pipe bender. And there is a rocket printer I manufacture, and I need to set that up right now while I have the chance. There it is. And because you're going to be probably one of the most important things, it looks like I need to take another drink. Here's some water.
Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
There we go.
Hunger caution.
Steel sheets. I don't want that air to kind of just dirty everything. Alright, so that's running out. Didn't I get heavy cables? Yes, I did. So you would be generating power for me, but I didn't have you connected. There we go. It's the best that I can do for you right now. If I need to use that for emergencies, I will. But for now, I need to take a little bit of coal. Let's just do 10. Charge up my station battery. I really hope that's charging it up. Yep, it is. Okay. once I get the pipe bender, I'll pipe it up. While I'm at it, let's finish up the airlock. Yeah. Outer, inner. That way I can pressurize the space and I can use it. And since I didn't get any oxide, that means I'm gonna have to be very careful with how much oxygen I spend. Let's do that for now because, okay, tool manufacturing. That's the last printer I need. Now, actually, that's not where I want that. I want this.
Hydration critical.
Yes, yes, my hydration is critical, and that is okay. That's where I want you. I'm gonna put you right there. Once I build the last printer, as far as welding goes, then I'm just gonna seal up this place and pressurize it. Until then, I don't really want to do that. I gotta be careful not to break that job. Now, the reason we want all the tool printers is because I do like a vacuum. I do like my air clean. And having clean air is good. I'll be able to vent out, open up one of the oxygen tanks, you know, fix my air supply. I could actually just depressurize. Actually, you know what? To be honest, I might print out. More doors. Do I really want to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 times 60 is at least 1200. And I should have enough to make this whole area breathable. But just barely. Okay. Oh, come on. And there's one downside to this game. Sometimes you don't know exactly where... Oh! Did it again. Sometimes you don't know where... Ah, there we go. Where things are going to get built at. Okay. Alright. With that in place, outer, inner. Are you not charging? That's why they're not charging. I didn't hook these up right. That's actually embarrassing. I'm surprised at myself for this. Alright. With that in mind, Oh my gosh. How long has that been open? I just vented it and lost a lot of oxygen. Okay. So that happened. Which means that I need to create 2 more doors. I wasted so much oxygen like that, just letting it vent out into space like that. It's okay, it's workable.
Hunger critical.
Okay, because of what I just done, that really makes things hard. I'm gonna be wasting time on this. Okay. I'm gonna need to go
Air tank low.
create a arc welder. Steel and solder. Let's do iron sheets. I believe I need 3. Need a vent. And a passive vent. Because I got plenty of pipes. Okay, I threw my pipes somewhere. So the best way to salvage the situation is to pull all the air in this room into the other room. And I am going to need this active anyways. If I cycle this to the exterior, it should at least minimize the amount that is in here. Oh boy. That was a mistake that I did not need to make because I'm actually tight on time and stuff. So let's go ahead and send all of this that way. But this actually kind of does help. It at least allows me to have the chance to work with that. I mean, I only really need one room that's pressurized. I know that my things are getting low. It just means that I can be suitless in there. I can't be suitless in here. This keeps this from being a problem. It's not ideal though. Very not ideal. The first thing I'm going to do is set up solar tracking for my 2 solar panels because I need them to be constantly generating power. And then after that, I am going to have to start working on the rocket. Where am I at? hungry now. This is still.
Low pressure.
At this point, I might as well empty out this thing. Alright, so what I learned
Airtag critical.
is I made a critical mistake losing a whole lot of air. Now I need to get started with solar tracking. My tools are in the worst of locations. I'm not going to need my welder torch anymore. So I can do that. Did I have another water bottle back? Okay. Supply-wise, I'm okay. This is my computer, so let's go on ahead and get working on that. Get in there.
Power low.
Alright. So now I'm gonna go on ahead and hook this up so that I can use it to charge. I really do not want to be stuck with that right there. Okay, so I need an IC editor. Editor. You have all the other stuff. Need a housing. I'm probably not even going to use that tool printer for much else anymore. So I'm going to need that. I'm going to need a sensor. It just means that when I send my rocket out in space, I actually need to look for breathable air mix or check the asteroids again. I'm not good on propellant, so I need to get some propellant. That's the wrong thing.
Jetpack critical.
There we go. Okay, got my IC. IC10. I don't need walls on me. I don't even need this pill on me either. Oh, what are you not doing in my tool bag? Okay, I won't need these chips. There, made some space. I will need these cable coils. Might need a few more heavy cables. The reason I want to set up the tracking is because this needs to be charging as much as I can. The solar panels are going to be perfect for constantly giving power, but the way with how limited I am on materials, I can't just outright make several of them. I have to make my supplies last. Oop. I got everything I need except for some heavy cables. So let's create maybe another 10 or so. No, up to 10. I just need enough for the computer. There, that should be enough. Alright, so what I need to do. My IC10 is going to have to be right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put you. Daylight sensor is gonna have to be right here. Computer needs to be connected in such a way. This is so awkward. Alright. Just gonna have to be up here for the time. Be here. Okay. Now I know this. I might as well replace this whole line. This whole line needs to be heavy cables. Because I'm actually going to branch off of this to charge my rocket's batteries. This is where I ran out of cables. Of course I did. It's perfect except for the lack of cables. Okay. I think I can work with that though. I think I can remove you. Temporarily link them like this. This is going to be very temporary. I just need to get the logic sorted first, and then I can remove that. Alright, so this is going to be sun tracker. Now, alias, sensor, D0, define, S panel. This is going to be the single solar panels. So it's just going to be you. And I'm going to have to define the top 0. And I'm just going to call you T0. 90, 80 to 70. 90, 180 to 70. And then I gotta do the same thing for the bottom because they're gonna have slightly different codes. So I need to go ahead and define the names because I believe that I am going to have to try to figure out which ones it is. I believe they're gonna both be the 180 variants, but it's better that I define both. So I need both these definitions so that I can find out truly what it is. And then I just expand the row. Although I might have to mine that stupid asteroid. I probably did not. Probably did not plan that out too well. So this is going to be the T vertical, R15, alias, T hor 0, R14. And let's just copy and paste. 90, 180 to 70. 13, 12, 11, and then we're going to alias bottom vertical R10, alias B hor 0, R9. Let's do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 90. That's gonna. I'm concerned about that. There we go. Main and yield. Not yield, J main. So here's the thing. We're going to do SBN, S panel, T0, vertical, T-ver. So we got to get the vertical setting for all of them. 90, 180 to 70. And just But at the same token, we gotta do the same thing for the bottom. B0 except B vertical. 1, 2, 3. 90, 180, 270. So that takes care of that part. Well, I still need to do the same thing, except this is going to be SVNT0 horizontal T hor 0. And then I gotta do the same thing. 90, 180, 270, 270, 180, 90. We gotta get the bottom row. 1, 2, 3. 90, 180, 270. 270, 180, and 90. Okay, so that takes care of all my outputs. So the top will always have the vertical position, the bottom will always have the bottom vertical. And then based on their name, it's either going to be 0, 90, 180, or 270. So now let's load to R0 for T ver from sensor vertical. And then we got to do a subtract to T vertical, and it's going to be 90 minus R0. So that takes care of that. Now, additionally, to get bottom vertical, it's just T vertical times -1. So whatever the vertical setting is, it's just -1. That should square that away easily. Now let's do load R1 sensor horizontal. Well, actually, this is... yeah, let's just do that. No, T hor 0. And then we've got to add the offset to T hor 90. It's going to be T hor 0, 90. Oh. T hor 180, 270, 270, 180. Now I did some math on this. So if I subtract, and this is going to be B hor 0. If I subtract 360 from T hor 180, that should be the bottom horizontal. And then I just basically do the same thing. B hor 90, B hor 0, 90. I believe that's what it was. When I did this test run, I was trying to figure it out, and I think this was what it came out to be. So that takes care of that. Oh, I don't have any. I took out the power from you. T180. I believe this was T180. And this will be B180. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, that's looking good so far. Where are you going? That's... okay. That's not what I expected you to be doing. Did I did something wrong. This is why. Ha ha. Okay. You know, when you do the math right, they actually will line up more perfectly. Okay. I believe that'll do it. So now I can remove this whole laptop. shouldn't need to adjust that math. So now I'm going to constantly be getting 500 watts no matter where the sun is. The problem is this big asteroid right here is going to kind of get in the way. And I don't think they give you mining depth charges. If they do, I'll just have to blow that away. This is that, or I'll have to excavate the whole thing. And this is kind of where I'm going to wrap up soon. I'm going to grab a little bit more of this ore before I call it. Particularly the coal. I'm going to need it. And then we're going to begin building the rocket. And we'll get to my space map, where it will begin. I'm very curious, I'm very interested in this gold and copper. Because, like I said, we have just barely enough. The gold and copper here will definitely help. In particular, I'm more concerned about iron for chutes, coal for extra power to make it easier. I'm really sad that I didn't see any oxide ice. For all I know, it's in the center. There's more iron. Wasn't there water ice over here somewhere? Nice silicon. Not really interested in silicon. More the water ice, to be honest. Don't really care for the nitrice. It'd be great for pressurizing, but the nitrous in there is going to be a problem. And honestly, when I load this save back, it's very likely that this huge chunk of rock is going to be massively changed. So I guess we will have to wait and see what that does. I'm probably going to build my rocket right here in front of my production. The sun being over there is a problem. I would need to actually spend time to mine this out. Or hope that a save and reload undoes this. Oh, look, I even get nickel over here. I don't really care for nickel. I'm not gonna crack my helmet like this, am I? Don't even particularly care for silver either. This is going to be a traderless run, by the way. I am not going to use the trader at all. It's going to be strictly the rocket, strictly what I can build from getting stuff. The trader would make things significantly easier considering that I brought my 1 million space bucks. And so because of that, I'm not going to use the trader. It'll be a very cheap cop-out. I have it on the save because quite honestly, they don't give you silver. If you don't spawn with the silver node, you literally cannot make the trader because the communications motherboard requires that. And I'm before I log out, I kind of want to see where the sun falls. I believe this thing is going to be an issue right here. And the problem is I have a really bad drill. It's going to be really slow to mine out this big hunk of rock. I really hope that a save load deletes a good chunk of it. That's why I'm trying to get a couple of the ores that I really will want. Like I said, I can use some volatiles. And, yeah. So let's just go ahead and put my ores in here. With the exception of coal. can't believe I vented so much of my oxygen. I still can't believe I did that. While I'm waiting for that to go, I'm gonna check out this far asteroid real quick. If there's oxide, that would be great. It'll help with pressurizing the whole inside. I really don't want to pressurize it with nitrice. Uh, how did I miss that? It must have... It's very likely that there was a respawn of ores. Alright, perfect. That's not a lot, but it's helpful. I can use this to pressurize the inside a little bit more. Because I really would like to work suitless inside the base as much as possible. After all, it's supposed to be a space station. Every little bit of gold. Copper helps. Actually, you know what? I got an idea. I could build a pneumatic mining drill and use that specifically for... use the nitrice for it. This extra bit of gold and copper is actually nice. Ooh, nitrice. So maybe I should mine that nitrice because I could use it on the pneumatic drill. This was not there, so I feel like probably I had a resource generation thing that happened in between, and that's what this is. Oh. Some of that melted. Just kind of sad that I lost a good chunk of oxygen because of that gaff. I'm glad I checked this asteroid again. This hunk of rock. As you can kind of see, that once basically these rocks are mined out, that's it. I have nothing else. The extra iron will be helpful. It'll help me add station. What I intend to do is probably expand that storage area to be a 5x5. And once it's a 5x5, I can then figure out how I'm gonna break the station into pieces and add, you know, around it and appropriately. Okay, now let's check to see if that's a correct orientation. Is there more water ice here? It's just strictly nitrice. Obviously there's no reason to build the sensor lenses. I mean, what am I gonna get? Actually, I've never bothered with that. I never tried. Would I actually be able to see far off location of that stuff? Alright. It looks like it's tracking properly. If there is more water ice here, I'll have to mine it on another day, but it'll have to be on a time where I am not worried about that. Because as you see, I'm not using very much power, so this is charging. This is tracking perfectly, which is what I need. And I have plenty of ore resources, so now I can do that, and I can plan... Perfect. Alright. This is a good place to call it. Alright, so next time we're gonna build the rocket right in front of my view right here so I can start working on it. I still have most of my materials. I have some ores to smelt, which I will probably do so to some degree, but we're gonna focus primarily on the rocket. And then I'm going to expand this 3x4. It needs to be... I need to expand it probably one more row that way. And I'm thinking I might just... Do I want to make it like a cross shape or... let's do a true 5x5. True 5x5 so that this is going to be like a good center ground for my station. Alrighty. Hope to see you next time. Thank you and have a good day.